Marcus Rashford, the English jewel, the boy from Old Trafford, a child born to play for Manchester's great club. For many years, it was believed he would be the one to restore greatness to the English giant, which has been in freefall since Sir Alex Ferguson's departure. However, due to various circumstances both on and off the field, Rashford seems to have lost his shine. Little by little, doubts about his quality and capacity to become one of the world's best players are growing among fans and critics alike. But what is Marcus Rashford's problem? Is it his off-field attitude? Or is it about his footballing performance? Or does the club have some role to play in his inability to reach his full potential? That's what we'll uncover in this video. First, we must understand the club's economic situation. In February 2024, billionaire Jim Ratcliffe finalized the purchase of 25% of Manchester United's shares, making him the club's largest shareholder. Since then, his management has faced heavy criticism, with many accusing him of not properly utilizing the club's resources. This has led to an inability to improve the squad compared to the previous season. Due to poor administrative decisions, the English club has recently launched a significant cost-cutting plan, and this is where Marcus Rashford comes in. Several rumors suggest that one of the club's strategies is to part ways with Rashford. This is attributed to his inconsistent performance over the years, but primarily due to his high salary. Rashford is the second highest paid player in the squad, only behind Casemiro, a somewhat similar case to Rashford. As a result, the club's management doesn't seem to mind letting go of the English player. This comes alongside the fact that, according to the club's statements, they have laid off 250 staff members, saving approximately £10 million. That's 250 people left unemployed, affecting many families. Meanwhile, a single player like Rashford earns £17 million annually. These figures weigh heavily in the club's boardroom when deciding what's best for Manchester United in the medium term. For these reasons, the rumors about the club wanting to part ways with Marcus Rashford are gaining more and more traction. From the sporting perspective, this season, Manchester United has played 28 matches with Marcus Rashford appearing in 24 of them. At first glance, this seems reasonable as he's only missed 4 games all season. However, the notable detail isn't the number of matches he's missed, but rather the reasons behind them. The answer lies with the current Manchester United manager, Ruben Amorim. The Portuguese coach has been in charge of the English giant for just over a month. In that time, he's managed 8 matches, recording 2 wins, 5 losses, and 1 draw, a poor record even by United's current standards. Of those matches, Rashford has missed 4, meaning he's been absent for half the games under Amorim's management. In 3 of those games, Rashford wasn't even on the bench. In his last match, while he was included in the squad, he didn't play a single minute against Newcastle. This may seem surprising, especially considering Rashford's early performances under Amorim. The English player started in the first match managed by the Portuguese coach and even scored the equalizing goal. This could have indicated a promising relationship between the two, but nothing could be farther from the truth. The biggest shock came on December 15, 2024, during one of the season's most crucial matches, the Manchester Derby. United was in a rough patch, having suffered back-to-back defeats after their win against Everton. This had already sparked criticism of the team, but what truly raised eyebrows was the squad announcement for the game against City. Neither Garnacho nor Rashford was included in the lineup. In the pre-match interview, a journalist asked coach Ruben Amorim why Alejandro Garnacho and Marcus Rashford were absent, to which the Portuguese coach responded, "I take note of everything, what they eat, how they dress, everything. I make my evaluation and then I decide. I told them after the last training session. This morning, they worked individually and did very well." This vague response didn't directly address the fans' doubts. However, his words suggested that the issue wasn't sporting but related to attitude. In the next 3 matches, Rashford was also not part of the team. Unlike the Manchester City match, the results of these games didn't justify the English player's absence, as there were 3 consecutive defeats with poor footballing performances. On January 1st of this year, the Portuguese coach again was asked about Marcus Rashford's absence during a press conference, to which he replied, "I think about the team, you think about Marcus." Downplaying the subject, he shifted the focus to being more interested in the team's welfare than in any individual player. He ended his response with, "I just want to win the game." This raises the question of whether Rashford is being excluded because the coach finds it necessary for his tactical system, or if there are off-field reasons behind it. Tactical setup. Let's begin by discussing Ruben Amorim's tactical approach and how it might explain Rashford's absence. Since his arrival, Amorim has implemented a 3-4-2-1 formation. This system focuses on playing with two attacking midfielders behind the striker, which makes a player like Rashford completely incompatible with the scheme. Rashford has spent his entire career playing on the left wing as a conventional winger. It's clear that Rashford is neither a central striker nor an attacking midfielder. This could explain why the coach doesn't consider him, as his position on the field doesn't fit with the way Amorim wants his team to play. We also think about the media pressure. Playing for England's most popular team brings intense media scrutiny. From his first seasons, Marcus Rashford has had to deal with criticism. Whenever Manchester United loses a match, blame falls directly on Rashford, whether for underperforming or simply not playing. No matter what he does, he always ends up being accountable for the team's failures. In recent years, this criticism has increased significantly due to his apparent lack of commitment to the team and constant footballing inconsistencies. Despite showing his commitment to the club through interviews and actions at the Manchester United Academy in December 2024, the English media remains unconvinced. They argue that while his words express one thing, his off-field behavior, his tardiness in training, and various attitudes demonstrate the opposite. Understanding all this, could these really be the only reasons for Rashford's exclusion? Let's now address other significant factors. His attitude. For those unaware, Rashford has been involved in several controversies throughout his career. Though not to the same extent as other teammates at Manchester United. Yes, Greenwood, this is about you. Returning to the topic, several coaches have commented and complained about Rashford's attitude off the field. For example, in 2021, Manchester United legend and then coach Ole Gunnar Solskjaer addressed the challenges Rashford was facing. He is entering his best years as a footballer and has a significant challenge at hand. Here at Manchester United and with England, Marcus has done some fantastic and notable things, but now he perhaps needs to prioritize his football. United's previous coach, Erik ten Hag, also spoke about Rashford's attitude problems. When your lifestyle isn't appropriate, you can't perform. He needs to improve his life, his attitude in training and in matches. When he becomes professional, he will deliver. Ten Hag continued, "All Premier League players at this club know resilience is necessary. He needed help, for example, support from someone, but ultimately, he must do it himself." There seems to be a common thread among all the coaches who have managed Manchester United's star. While they are acknowledging Marcus Rashford's quality and talent, they also share doubts and criticisms about one thing: his attitude off the pitch. Thus, it's safe to conclude that Rashford's primary issue isn't footballing ability, but his lack of responsibility and care for his professional career. As a result, rumors about his departure from the club have been circulating in recent weeks. This stems from an interview Rashford gave to journalist Henry Winter, in which the English forward opened up about his feelings after not being called up for the derby against Manchester City and about what the future holds for him. In that interview, Marcus said the following: "It's discouraging to miss out on the derby, but it's happened. We won the game, so let's move on. It's disappointing, but I'm also someone who, as I get older, can deal with setbacks. What am I going to do about it? Sit here and cry about it? Or do the best I can next time I'm available?" Regarding his future, the player made it clear that his desires no longer align with staying at Manchester United, and he believes the time has come for him to leave the club. For me personally, I think I'm ready for a new challenge and the next steps, Rashford stated with conviction. When I leave, there will be no hard feelings, no negative comments from me about Manchester United. That's just the kind of person I am. If I know a situation is already bad, I'm not gonna make it worse. I've seen how other players have left in the past, and I don't want to be that person. When I leave, I'll make a statement, and it will be from my side. I'm halfway through my career. I don't expect my peak to be now. I've been in the Premier League for 9 years, and that's taught me a lot. It's helped me grow as a player and as a person. I don't regret anything from the past 9 years. I won't regret anything in the future because I take things day by day. Therefore, after these statements and the complicated relationship he's having with his coach, it all points to the fact that finally, after 9 years, 426 matches and 138 goals, Marcus Rashford will leave the club of his life. Sadly, the English forward who once filled us all with hope will leave the team. He leaves without having brought a Champions League or a Premier League trophy to Old Trafford. However, not everything is negative. Maybe, just maybe, the talented Marcus will rediscover his football at another club and bring back the young man who back in 2016 enchanted us all with his goals, dribbles, and passion on the pitch. That's all for now. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. See you next time.